Top 10 Best Horror Series on Netflix. Looking for a good streaming scream? Sometimes we want a horror movie, but sometimes we want a lot of horror. And when you're looking for those binge-watch thrills, there's nothing better than a horror TV show to scratch that itch. Hey guys, welcome to your entertainment channel Netflix Tops, where we tell you about the top-rated movies and series on Netflix. So grab your popcorn and stay with us until the end of the video, because today's video is going to list down the top 10 best horror series on Netflix. So let's get started. Number 10. Midnight Mass. Mike Flanagan's third Netflix miniseries, Midnight Mass, follows a small community on Crockett Island as a supernatural presence takes root in the town. Strange things start happening after the young priest, Father Paul, Hamish Linklater, replaces Crockett's pastor. Dead cats are found along the beach, people disappear, and the ill and injured are miraculously healed. Some believe it to be divine intervention, but others see more sinister forces at play. Like its predecessors, The Haunting of Hill House and The Haunting of Bly Manor, Midnight Mass is a beautiful but haunting look at humanity through the lens of the horror genre. Flanagan balances the spooky and the spiritual effectively, producing equal moments of terror and revelation for the people of Crockett. They not only have to face a mysterious, potentially demonic force, they have to address their inner demons as well. Number 9. Resident Evil. Based on the hit horror franchise and developed by Andrew Dabb, Supernatural, Resident Evil continues the story of the T-virus outbreak, picking up nearly 3 decades after its discovery. The series, which stars Ella Balinska, Charlie's Angels, Tamara Smart, Artemis Fowl, and Siena Agudong, No Good Nick, dives deeper into the mythology of the Resident Evil franchise, peeling back layers to expose the dark secrets of the mysterious Umbrella Corporation. An ideal companion to the films, Resident Evil provides context for the lore and builds upon the original story, enhancing the viewing experience for true fans. Number 8. Chambers. Chambers centers around a teenager named Sasha, Sivan Alia Rose, who had a heart transplant after having a heart attack. Sasha is frustrated by her boyfriend, now treating her like she's fragile, and the fact that she has to take medication for the rest of her life. But that quickly becomes the least of her worries. She begins taking on personality traits of Becky, the girl whose heart she has, and finds out the story behind Becky's death isn't as straightforward as she's been told. In addition to the impressive young talent in Sivan, Alia Rose, Becky's parents, Uma Thurman and Tony Godwin, give standout performances. Number 7. Love, Death, and Robots. An animated series that covers a wide variety of tones and techniques, Love, Death, and Robots is at its best when its creators get to fully let loose. Be that with gruesome gore as well, as more dark themes that cross between science fiction and horror. The various shorts have something to offer for everyone. Looking for a more reflective work about art and creativity, then Zima Blue is for you. Want to see cleaning robots try to rise up against their human overlords? Automated customer service has got you covered. This most recent season even has David Fincher making his first foray into animation, which proves to be as fascinating as anything the show has done yet. There are plenty of rough spots to wade through on your journey, though they pale in comparison to the more creative and unrestrained depths that may be found in this gem of a series. Number 6. Daybreak. After a series of bioweapon attacks turn adults into zombie-like creatures called ghoulies, groups of teens are forced to band together in a post-apocalyptic Glendale, California. Daybreak focuses on social outcast Josh, Colin Ford, as he tries to find proof that his girlfriend Sam, Sophie Smitnet, is still alive. However, he doesn't only have to survive ghoulies in this quest. Other students have used their former social status to form separate societies with their own rules, some more unhinged than others. The jocks have their own territory, as do the cheermazons and the gamers. Not having the numbers to back him up, Josh recruits other outcasts to help him fight the ghoulies and any teens who get in his way. Part Mad Max, part Lord of the Flies, Daybreak is a funny and unique take on the zombie genre. Number 5. Archive 81. A show that was cancelled much too soon, though still has a lot to love even in just its only season. Archive 81 is one of the few successful stories to make the leap from its podcast origins to the small screen. The show follows Dan Turner, Mamadou Athri, a talented modern-day archivist who is quite adept at restoring old tapes and video footage. In the process of his work on a new job for a mysterious client, he discovers a dark secret in the videotapes of a filmmaker named Melody, Diana Shishihabi, who tried to investigate a cult. Eerie and well acted, this series finds its strength in looking into the unknown, which often stares back with something frightening, no matter how wrong it was that it got the axe before it had its time to see its vision all the way through. What we do have serves as a compelling archive that will endure the test of time. Number 4. Brand new cherry flavor. The newest Netflix original and one of the wildest shows to hit the streamer in ages, Brand New Cherry Flavor, is one imaginative and unsettling revenge story. Rosa Salazar stars as an ambitious young filmmaker who makes her way to Hollywood, only to have her film stolen out from under her by a sleazy producer, Eric Lang. Seeking vengeance, she recruits the help of a mysterious witch, Catherine Keener, invoking a curse that drags all of their lives to hell. Co-created by Channel Zero's Nick Antosca, Brand New Cherry Flavor has a similar freaky, far-out scare factor and inventive approach to world building. Brand New Cherry Flavor was billed as a limited series, and it certainly works as a comprehensive narrative. Number 3. Juwan Origins. Not for the soft heart or stomach, Netflix's addiction to Juwan legacy brings a slow burn but brutal new spin to the beloved horror franchise, fusing the haunting J-horror aesthetic with strong slasher influence. Framed as the true story behind the curse we've seen unfold throughout the long-running franchise, Juwan Origins depicts the grisly act of violence that stained the cursed home with the grudge and the cycle of echoing violence that followed, ranging from effectively disturbing to downright shocking. Though the multi-timeline narrative can be difficult to parse out from time to time, Origins delivers an effective reinvention of the Juwan legacy that fuses the haunting, atmospheric horror of the franchise we know and love with the seedier, grislier, much bloodier approach. Number 2. The Walking Dead. Love it or hate it, there's no denying that The Walking Dead is a juggernaut of horror TV. The AMC show that brought hallmarks of classic zombie apocalypse movies to the series format. The Walking Dead also kicked down the door for a new era of horror TV, and a lot of the shows on this list would probably never have been made if it hadn't become such a mega hit. Based on Robert Kirkman's graphic novel of the same name, The Walking Dead follows the scraggly survivors of the zombie apocalypse from one nightmare scenario to the next, backed by extraordinary work from their VFX team, led by the legendary Greg Nicotero, and an ever-evolving but consistently strong ensemble cast. Like any show that runs for more than a decade, The Walking Dead has a lot of highs and lows, but when it's good, it's some of the best old-fashioned zombie survival storytelling that features some of the most phenomenally crafted zombie designs of all time, in film and TV alike. Number 1. Marianne. The French-language series Marianne came out of nowhere at the end of 2019 to absolutely scare the pants off of anyone who stumbled upon it. Victoria Desbois stars as Emma, a famed horror writer who based her stories on a horrifying figure named Marianne, who tormented her in her childhood dreams. When Marianne starts appearing to her again, Emma returns to her hometown, and the lines between reality and fiction start to blur in truly terrifying ways. Marianne uses a lot of familiar tricks from the paranormal horror playbook. Distended mouths and leering figures are a big factor, but they're so well executed they tap right into the visceral reaction that made them so popular in the first place. Marianne can be brutal, it can be beautiful, and it laces in plenty of high-stakes character drama amidst the haunts. But most importantly, it is legit scary and unsettling as heck, making witches scarier than they've been since Angelica Houston peeled off her face. And this brings us to the end of the video. What are your thoughts on today's video? Share with us in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing movie reviews coming your way. And thank you for watching.